Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, let me ask you a question right now. What if your greatest obstacle is not around you, but within you? See, today I'm not here just to motivate you, I came to educate you. Because motivation without instruction leads to frustration. And I want you to leave here equipped, not just excited. The title of this message is The Climb, Embracing Life's Highs and Lows. And I want you to hear me when I say the climb is not your punishment, it's your promotion. The mountain is you personally. Growth starts by realizing you're both the obstacle and the opportunity. Let's get something straight right now. The biggest challenge standing between you and the life you want is not the economy. It's not your past, and it's not even other people. It's you. Now that might sound harsh, but it's not condemnation, it's liberation. Because if you are the mountain, then you are also the key to moving it. See, most people are looking for external change while ignoring internal transformation. But you cannot outgrow what you refuse to outlearn. The problem isn't the lack of opportunity, it's the lack of identity. You can't rise to a level your mind has never accepted as possible. Your outer world is always a reflection of your inner world. If your mindset is small, your outcomes will shrink to match it. This is where personal development becomes spiritual. It's not just about becoming better, it's about becoming aligned. Because when your belief system is out of order, your behavior will always follow suit. Your fear, your procrastination, your excuses, they're not the problem. They're the symptoms. And until you confront the core yourself concept, you'll keep sabotaging the climb every time it gets steep. You're not fighting against the world. You're wrestling with the part of yourself that's afraid to evolve. But hear me, that resistance isn't there to stop you. It's there to test whether you're serious. So the question isn't, can I climb this mountain? The real question is, am I willing to become the kind of person who does? Because when the mountain is you, moving it is not about force, it's about growth. Pain is a platform, not a prison. Struggles are not stop signs, they're springboards. Let me tell you something that most people don't want to hear. Pain is part of the process, but more importantly, pain is part of your progress. The problem is, we've been trained to treat pain like an enemy, something to avoid, suppress, or medicate. But philosophically and psychologically, pain is actually one of the most intelligent signals your life will ever send you. It doesn't show up to punish you, it shows up to position you. Pain tells the truth. It reveals what you've been tolerating for too long. It exposes where you've been settling. And if you lean into it instead of running from it, it becomes your teacher, not your tormentor. But see, most people mislabel pain. They think if it hurts, it must be wrong. No, sometimes if it hurts, it's working. Just like pressure shapes the diamond, just like fire purifies the gold, pain is not designed to break you, it's designed to build you. And if you're going to climb, you have to stop seeing struggle as something to escape and start seeing it as something to extract wisdom from. Because every level of growth has a layer of discomfort. That's not dysfunction, that's development. Look at anyone who has done anything extraordinary, and you will find a story of suffering they chose to submit to, rather than run from. The pain didn't destroy them. It defined them. It turned them into someone worthy of the vision they carried. So if you're going through something hard right now, don't ask, why me? Ask, what's being revealed in me? Because pain, properly processed, becomes your path to power. Success is hidden in small steps. The climb is won through consistency, not convenience. Everybody wants to stand at the top of the mountain, but almost nobody wants to take the stairs. See, we live in a culture obsessed with big moments, viral success, instant breakthroughs. But in the real world, the one where transformation actually happens, success is slow, It's layered, it's quiet. It hides itself in the small, repetitive things most people overlook. The truth is, you don't build a powerful life in a weekend seminar or a motivational high. You build it in the mundane. You build it in your daily decisions, when you choose discipline over distraction, consistency over chaos, character over comfort. That's where real growth lies. The climb is not made in leaps, it's made in steps. Philosophically, the process is what matures you. Psychologically, the repetition reprograms you. What you do daily shapes who you become permanently. This is the law of compounding, whether in finance or in faith. One small act of courage, one disciplined choice, one focused morning, when repeated with intention, compounds into destiny. But here's the kicker: because the steps are small, most people dismiss them. They say, it's just one workout, one journal entry, one prayer, one book, $1 saved. But what they don't realize is that everything meaningful in life starts small. Oak trees begin as acorns. Legacies begin as decisions. So stop chasing moments and start mastering movements. You don't need to be explosive. You need to be consistent. Because when it comes to the climb, it's not the size of the step that matters. It's the faithfulness to keep stepping. Resistance reveals readiness. Life's pressure prepares you for higher purpose. Let's talk about resistance, not the kind you run from, but the kind you rise through. Because, here's the truth, resistance is not a sign that something's wrong. It's a signal that something is ready. See, most people interpret pressure as a warning to back off. But in reality, pressure is often the clearest evidence that you're being prepared for a higher level of responsibility, maturity, and purpose. Think about it psychologically. Resistance builds capacity. Whether it's lifting weights or leading teams, the same principle applies. Without tension, there is no transformation. You don't grow in comfort, you grow in confrontation. Philosophically, resistance is how life asks, are you serious about what you say you want? Because if you're not willing to push against what's pushing against you, you're not ready for what you've been praying for. There's a divine design in struggle. When life gets heavy, it's not always punishment, it could be preparation. The obstacle isn't there to stop your movement. It's there to strengthen your momentum, that pushback. It's the proving ground. It reveals your level of resilience. It exposes where your character needs reinforcement. And most importantly, it makes sure that when you reach the summit, you're the kind of person who can stay there. So stop resenting resistance. Start recognizing it. It's not blocking you. It's building you. It's sharpening the edges of your faith, your focus, and your fortitude. Because here's the principle: what resists you refines you. And if the climb is getting harder, that might just mean you're closer to elevation than you think. Vision fuels elevation. You must see beyond where you are to rise beyond where you've been. If you're going to climb, you've got to see beyond where you stand. Vision isn't optional, it's essential. Without it, every setback looks like a dead end. Every delay feels like denial. But when you carry a vision, you interpret life differently. Challenges don't discourage you, they clarify you. Disappointment doesn't derail you, it deepens your commitment. Vision gives you something to aim for when everything around you feels unstable. See, most people are living reactively. They're responding to circumstances instead of creating outcomes. But vision pulls you out of survival mode and into strategic movement. And let me tell you, vision isn't just imagination. It's not daydreaming. Vision is disciplined foresight. It's a mental picture of a future that demands your present to level up. It doesn't just inspire you, it instructs you. Psychologically, vision focuses your energy, it eliminates distractions. When you know where you're going, you stop negotiating with excuses. You don't entertain everything because not everything fits the direction you're headed. Philosophically, vision connects you to purpose. It becomes the why behind the work. Without that clarity, the climb feels random. But with it, even the pain has purpose. And listen, your vision doesn't need to be validated by others. That's not their job. God didn't give it to them, He gave it to you. The real question is, can you stay loyal to a future you haven't touched yet, even when your current reality looks nothing like it? Because when your eyes are fixed on the summit, your feet will find the strength to keep climbing. Grace and grind go together. Faith and action must align to make the climb worthwhile. Let's settle this once and for all. Grind alone is not enough. I know the culture says hustle harder, sleep less, push through. But let me ask you, what good is climbing the mountain if you're on the wrong one? What good is building if it's outside of your assignment? See, this is where grace and grind have to work together, because effort without alignment leads to exhaustion. You don't just need energy, you need direction. There's a deeper layer here. Psychologically, many people grind out of fear. Fear of failure, fear of inadequacy, fear of being left behind. So they move fast, but not forward. They stay busy, but they don't become better. That's not growth. That's avoidance disguised as ambition. Grace, on the other hand, is the inner knowing that you are equipped for your purpose, not by your own strength alone, but by something greater flowing through you. When your grind is rooted in grace, your work becomes worship. You no longer strive just to prove something. You move because you're called. Now, don't get it twisted. Grace doesn't mean you don't work. It means you work with wisdom. It means you're not forcing outcomes. You're flowing with divine intention. Grind sets the pace, but grace sets the priority. And when they come together, you become unstoppable. It's not either slash or it's both. It's the fire in your belly and the peace in your spirit. It's knowing when to push and when to pause. When you align the grind of your hands with the grace on your life, that's when the mountain starts to move. Because true elevation isn't earned by effort alone. It's accessed through alignment.